Hey, welcome back to Here's the Deal. Imagine having big enough balls where you confront a gaggle of cops and tell them that they're each committing a felony for being armed on a U.S. postal property, and if they don't disarm, they'll be arrested and jailed.
Property owners do not want you on the property and allow you to leave.
Ooh. So we got a couple problems here. A, you're committing a felony right now.
How so?
I did a public records request between the county as well as the city of Covington and this postal office. This postal property is exclusive jurisdiction. It's not concurrent legislative jurisdiction, which means unless you're a federal peace officer, and if you are, then you need to tell me, you have that much jurisdiction here, as in 0%. I have the evidence on me right now if you want to see it. Here's what I'm going to tell you when I show you this. I need you to get off the property with that firearm because you're not allowed to be here with it. And I do mean that. I will call the FBI, I will have someone come over here, and you will go to jail.
Anything else for you today, sir?
So that's how that's going to work. You're not allowed to be here with that firearm, so you're going to need to go with that, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to need you guys to either take your weapons off and go out to the car.
The name of the channel is I.A.M. Free, Inland Auditing Media. This takes place at the UPS store in Covington, Washington. So let's watch this guy handle these deputies like an auditing Jedi. First, the initial resistance by the postal public servants who are always ignorant of the First Amendment and Poster 7, which acknowledges the freedom to record in publicly accessible areas.
What are we doing? Why do we have cameras in the back?
Oh, just record.
Recording for what?
Personal reasons.
Well, this is post office, you know that, right?
What's that?
This is post office. What personal reason?
Just my own. Yeah, it's totally okay. All right, good talk.
He's not totally okay with us.
Cool.
We got a call about you yelling at some people.
Yelling at people?
Yeah.
Never yelled at a single person. I got it on video the whole time.
Alrighty. Well, it seems like the property owners do not want you on the property and allow you to leave.
Ooh. So we got a couple problems here. A, you're committing a felony right now.
How so?
I did a public records request between the county as well as the city of Covington and this postal office. This postal property is exclusive jurisdiction. It's not concurrent legislative jurisdiction, which means unless you're a federal peace officer, and if you are, then you need to tell me, you have that much jurisdiction here, as in 0%. I have the evidence on me right now if you want to see it. So, here's what I'm going to tell you when I show you this. I need you to get off the property with that firearm because you're not allowed to be here with it.
Look at him look over at his buddy. He's like, does he not understand that we are the authority and nobody tells us what to do? Now, I got a little bit of a problem with this jurisdictional thing because if this is going to apply to cops, then basically we're saying this applies to us. When you walk into a post office, because of the no gun signs and all the other stuff, this basically becomes a constitution-free zone. If you can't carry a firearm in the United States Postal Office or some kind of postal property or some kind of federal property, then you automatically are stripped of your right to keep and bear arms, which is BS.
And I do mean that. I will call the FBI, I will have someone come over here, and you will go to jail.
Anything else for you today, sir?
So that's how that's going to work. So I'll show it to you, and then I'm going to politely ask you to leave with that firearm. Or go off the property, take your weapons off, and then come back in. You're not allowed to be here.
Look, again, looking over at his buddy. Does he not understand that we are in control here, not this guy? Does he not understand that he gets to lose his rights because we got a call and we get to say, here's the deal, and he can't be over there issuing directives? That's our job.
So I'll show you the stuff. So first of all, this right here is over on that wall over there. It's poster 7. It says I can take photographs for news advertising and commercial purposes. This is the rules of conduct on this property.
Yeah, you can talk to RP if you want. Yeah.
This is an email from the strategic
You want me to talk, or you going to talk to RP?
Do you want to talk to him? I'll talk to
Sure,
RP.
that's fine. May I ask your first name?
Gandalf.
Gandalf Luke. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
This is an email from the strategic.
Gandalf's not your real name, is it? Because if it is, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So this is an email from Rod Spurgeon from the USPS.
Okay.
He works for the Postmaster General.
Okay.
He clarified that, in fact, I can be in here filming.
Okay.
All right, so here's the email from this Rod guy. Says, gotcha. So basically put, it's just something I need to contend with. Sounds like it's the right to video and photo. There are no, quote, other authorized personnel that I can get to kick out such an auditor if I'm understanding correctly. And then this Rod guy answers back, but I can't see exactly what he says because this text is written over it. So we'll just move along.
Okay. Hey, I have no issues with you filming, right?
I know.
I don't care about any of that.
I get that, but what I'm also saying is you're not allowed to be here with that firearm, so you're going to need to go with that. Okay.
Okay.
So the other thing is back here.
How convenient.
Right here.
Yeah, I do. Okay. But they can also just say confirm delete.
Facilities and services of other agencies. Unless you guys have an interlocal agreement
Okay.
with the Secretary of Homeland Security, that and all your other weapons can't be here. So I'm going to need you guys to either take your weapons off and go out to the car, or...
So we aren't really here to argue with you, but it does appear like the post office and people working at the post office do want you trespass. They did tell me to
They can't do
trespass
that.
you.
You can't do that.
You are being trespassed
Okay,
at this time.
let me tell you. If you do this, there's going to be a couple of problems for you. I'm going to ask, and it's up to the federal government if they want to do this. If you do this under threat, or if I don't leave, are you going to arrest me?
Yeah, you will be arrested for trespass.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You won't be arrested for trespass. You are being warned of the trespass in the beginning. And so how it works in King County, and I know you're going to say federal government and property, right? How it works and how we're trained is that you get the warning first, right? So you have the opportunity to go and leave.
Per
And
the
then if you
administrative
come
code.
back- Yep. And then if
468,
you come back,
300,
right,
806, yep.
then you have a copy of that trespass that just says that you're not supposed to be on the property, right?
So I do need that
Yep.
trespass warning card.
Apparently, Lemus right here is a recruit in training. That's Deputy Lemus, badge 111972. And the guy who's talking is Deputy Lou. That's 106584.
Okay.
Yep.
Lemus, are you sure you want to do this?
But give you a trespass warning?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you want to do this, Lou?
I am totally on board with what my recruit wants to do. So the people here just want you to probably just leave, right? That's probably just
You're
probably the
going to
most.
have to threaten me with arrest to leave. So that means the trespass warning.
Okay.
Because if I'm under duress of arrest, you've put the ring on it, you've committed a federal crime. You've committed a federal crime. And then you guys will have to pay for that in court. That's just how it is. But, I'm not going to go to jail over this. You guys want to do a civil
I
suit?
don't want you to go to jail. That's the thing. It's like I think. Have you asked him to leave?
No.
So okay, if you're saying no and she's saying yes,
I got it on camera.
can you just ask him to leave then?
Is that a
Yeah,
request
we would
or
like you to leave.
is that a request or are you ordering me off the property?
I'm ordering you.
Okay. And you guys are going to arrest
So far, the post office has done nothing but lie about this guy. Apparently, whoever called 911 said that this guy with the camera, I.A.M. Inland Auditing Media, was yelling at people. We saw from the time that he walked in, actually I clipped that out, but I will leave the link in the description for you. There was no yelling. He just left the camera running. So now she said to the cop that she had asked him to leave, but just now she's asking him to leave. Nonsense.
me if I don't leave? All right.
We're not going to arrest him. We are going asking you politely to leave.
No, if you're requesting.
I'm requesting. She's ordering.
Yeah, well, she's not the one with handcuffs. So here's the thing. If you guys are going to implement her will to have me off this property unlawfully, you guys are going to have to accept responsibility over this. So what that means is I need to hear from you that you're going to get a no trespass warning.
Get the no trespass warning and give it to him. Give him a reasonable time to vacate the property. All right, bam, and then we'll go from there. Cool.
And it needs to.
Yeah, it's
needs
in the
to
back.
include-
It's in the back. So there's the clipboard, and it's inside the clipboard stuff. If not, then it's inside all the.
I need all 5
Files, okay.
elements
Of what?
of subsection 4 of that whack. 468, 300, 806.
Gano, can I ask you a question? Are you doing this and have all this paperwork because you wanted a police response?
No,
Okay.
because I knew from tips and leads that I got that Covington had problems with understanding what the boundaries are between federal jurisdiction
Covington, as in police,
and King County.
and King County.
Yep.
Okay. So what exactly are we not understanding?
Look, Lou, I just showed you. You just said you're not interested in going over it. If you're not interested in going over it, that's fine.
Okay.
You think you're in the right. I know you're not. You think I'm in the wrong.
Okay.
We'll handle it in court.
Okay. So, I mean, for now, are you going to stay here all day, bothering the nice people that work
Listen,
here?
Lou, I'm going to be really clear about this.
Okay.
The nice people who called 911 use the emergency services line to lie about this guy and then lie when the cops showed up. Those are nice people. Let me get this straight. People can call men with guns to intimidate and threaten a peaceful man with arrest, the complete loss of his freedoms, and they still get to be called nice people?
It's going to take the no trespass warning with threat of arrest upon my return to get me off this property. You're going to put a ring on it. When you put a ring on it, and you're then culpable for forcing me off this property under duress of arrest, now I've got an actionable cause to take the King County Sheriff's Department and the USPS to court. That's all I'm looking for here. You guys want to do that? Cool. That's fine.
So your aim is to
My aim
be
is
here.
my aim is first of all to have you remove your firearms from this property since it's an exclusive jurisdiction. You don't have authority to have it here.
Look at this guy.
Joke and laugh now. I know you guys don't believe it. I tried to show you the statute. It's Title 40 United States Code 1315, subsection B3.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that U.S. code, shall we? Public Buildings, Property and Works, Subtitle 1, Federal Property and Administrative Services, Chapter 13, Public Property, Section 1315, Law Enforcement Authority of Secretary of Homeland Security for Protection of Public Property. Faculties and services of other agencies. When the Secretary determines it to be economical and in the public interest, the Secretary may utilize the facility and services of federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies with the consent of the agencies.
I did a public records request with the King County Sheriff's Department and the City of Covington. Guess what you guys don't have?
What don't we have?
An interlocal agreement to provide local law enforcement assistance at an exclusive jurisdiction. It would be like going to Bremerton Naval Yards. Can you guys go onto the Bremerton Naval Yards and enforce King County's Washington State laws there? No, you can't.
That's like a naval base, right?
It's an exclusive jurisdiction. This is one of 8,200 post offices that have the same thing.
It's a lot.
This guy has an ironclad argument against these deputies who are supposed to be law enforcers.
There's 22,500 that are.
Is there a
leased.
police department that would administer for all of those postal offices? Like exclusive? Like it's like the military police has?
Yeah, so what would happen is it's actually, so that postmaster over there would actually get a hold of the federal postal inspector for this section of the United States. She would say, I want to have an interlocal agreement so that law enforcement can show up here and enforce laws on here. As long as the chief postal inspector for the Federal Postal Inspection Service gets the okay or signs off on it with her signature for that interlocal agreement, then you guys could be here. Now the one that's over in Kent, proper, at 240th Street, I think it is, that one is a leased property. You guys actually have jurisdiction there. You don't have jurisdiction here. So the thing is while you guys are nodding going, got it, you might want to actually make sure that you got it.
I am acknowledging what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, all
But
right.
so what I'd recommend is get a sergeant, a corporal, lieutenant, that can come down, have the conversation. Because here's the thing you can do. You can avoid the whole problem by just simply taking a little extra time to investigate, determine if what I'm saying is true. If it's true, then you guys can walk away, stop committing felonies, and then do the right thing.
Stop committing felonies, he says. Watch the reaction of this kid right here.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, we got one of those. We got one of those guys who has more knowledge than us. We got one of those guys who actually did his due diligence, which we didn't do, and he knows more than us. Oh, one of those guys. Completely dismissive of the man in the room with knowledge.
So am I going to get a no trespass warning?
Yeah, we're getting that.
Okay. All right. Lemus, what's your badge number?
That should be 111972.
111972.
Yeah, that's my identification number.
Okay, that works. Yeah, password ID, whatever.
He's a kid. He's just a kid wielding all this power, all of this control. They've taught him to believe that he has more rights than the rest of the people in his community. This guy right here, who just blew off and was dismissive of the guy with the knowledge in the room, is just a kid. All these kids with guns and all this power, it's gone to their heads.
Are you guys going to request a sergeant, corporal?
Are you requesting a sergeant?
Oh, yeah.
To be here?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at this cop
I just want to
looking
see
out
that
the
I've
window.
exhausted every available option. And ma'am, don't delete that video, okay? Because I'm going to do a FOIA request on your cell phone. If you delete that video or photos, it's a crime, okay? You're a postal employee.
Yeah, I'm just going to on this way.
See you
I'll
guys.
be back in.
You guys are requesting a sergeant then?
Yeah, he's on his way.
Cool, thanks. Appreciate it.
You don't need anybody to sign, right? You just send your tracking number, okay?
By the way, you're the postmaster, right? No?
I'm the manager of this building.
The manager, okay.
Yes.
What's your name?
Carolyn?
Carolyn, okay.
Wonder if that was even true.
Do you know who Rod Spurgeon is at the USPS?
What's the last name?
Spurgeon, Spurgeon. He's the Western District Strategic Communications Manager for the USPS.
Uh-huh.
You might want to email him. I got an email in my pocket from him saying I can do exactly this.
Okay. I will check with them, okay?
Yeah. You might want to do it quick because if I get forced off this property, you're going to pay dearly for
Is
it.
that a Spurgeon?
Spurgeon, Rod Spurgeon. Do you want to see the email?
Let me just call.
Yeah, you might want to do that. You might want to do it quick.
Okay.
Because if these people right here get me off this property, you're going
And
to
what's
pay
your name?
Spurgeon.
And what's your name, sir?
Call me Gandalf.
Huh?
Gandalf.
Candle?
Gandalf, yeah.
Can I help you?
You know, while the First Amendment is pretty awesome, you know what one of the other best amendments in the first 10 are? It's the 7th. It's great. It allows you to go and have a civil conversation in front of an arbiter, usually a judge. And you can resolve the problems without tasings, beatings, shootings, all that kind of stuff. And my God, it gets you the option to kind of get a little bit of a bump into the general revenue fund to King County. Just like a, beep, little extra payout, pay off your mortgage, maybe get a cool car, things like that. I always love the hubris smiles, by the way. They're the best. They're the best.
Keep this. Express and it's maybe
By the way, any of you like steak dinners?
Yeah, please give me the
Sorry,
spelling,
I have my
sir.
radio going. I can.
Huh?
Can you get the full the spelling of?
Yeah, it's SP. Here, I'll just show you the email from him.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't want you to take this.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna check it.
Yep.
The last
Here is the email from him.
is it?
That's from Rod Spurgeon, so it's
$1 and
there we go. Rod.j.spurgeon
Is it a
at
Spurgeon?
USPS.gov right there.
That's okay.
I'd get on the phone with him something
Yeah.
quick, real quick. Oh, by the way, what's your badge number? Damerow?
Yeah.
Damerow?
Damerow.
Damerow, okay.
That's number 1084.
All right. By the way, Gonzales, can I get your badge number?
He's still on his way. So,
1231. Cool, thanks. What was your badge number?
Blue 106584.
Oh, okay.
He's on his way.
Was he in a meeting? Was that what it was? I thought he was on a meeting.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, so Lou, you definitely seem like you're by your attitude, by the most senior person here. Is that
I'm
the
actually
case?
not.
Oh, wow, look at that. Damerow's playing all clever over here. So,
Thanks, Lou.
Oh, sorry.
Look at this young kid, man. This young kid. They really believe they've got more authority than the rest of us.
So Damerow, I'd like to provide an opportunity to have you call a guy at the post office, her boss, the one that sent me the email saying I can do exactly what I'm doing right now.
Look, I don't have my department cell phone on me, so I have to go get it.
This kid can't even bring himself to make eye contact at all.
Or have someone else do it. But his name's Rod Spurgeon. He works down at the Western District Management Office for the western part of the United States, down in
Looking down.
Utah.
Okay.
So he sent me an email saying I could do exactly what I'm doing here, and that's her boss.
Do you mind if I read that? Or
Gosh, no, not at all. Not in the slightest. So these first 2 pages are that email.
Okay.
So the first page is the first part of it.
How's your segment going?
This is the fun part. This is the fun part. And by the way, Lou, I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
That's my ID.
Nice.
See? I am the wizard. I am the very wizard you thought I was. Huh?
You're just lacking the beard, though. You need the beard.
You haven't seen just how goddamn old I am under this, right? My ISIS mask is covering everything up here. I knew it when you guys walked in. You're like, it's another ISIS terrorist. It's Gandalf the ISIS wizard.
Not a bad deal. This says it's expected to be there by Thursday.
I saw the Rue smile, by the way, so I'm guessing you're a Lord of the Rings fan. I knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
not an expert, but
Okay. All right, listen. No, sure. Perfect. Let's go close the door. Any other concerns to sell the sign for it?
Anyways, I was gonna bet you all steak dinner if you like steak dinners. That if I get a no trespass warning off here, how many days do you think it'll be till I get a return to my property? Just take a wild stab in the dark. Any guess? Come on, there's a steak dinner on the line here, right?
I'm honestly not that sure, sir.
Come on, it's so American to bet over shit like this. Come on. Yeah.
there you go.
Thanks.
It's Gandalf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
There's my ID.
Okay. Gandalf the White. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, there's the sergeant.
Oh,
Hey, sir. What's going on?
well, I was just in here
Okay.
recording
Okay.
photographs. Are you the chief?
I am.
Okay. I was like, that doesn't look like Sergeant Rank. It's a lot of
No,
stars.
we're on both at the same time.
Okay. So anyways, I was in here recording and photographing, and I have express permission to do that, which I
Okay.
just showed Damerow.
Okay.
I let the postmaster or the supervisor know that her boss gave me express permission, but specifically, even above and beyond that, the rules and regulations for conduct on postal property is over there on the wall. It specifically allows me to do this. They don't actually have any lawful authority to order me off the property. They can't trespass me.
Are you talking about the post office?
Yes, they cannot trespass me over this because of the rules on the wall over there. I'm happy to
Okay.
show you the rules if you want to take a
All
quick
right,
look.
let's go look at them.
Sure, I appreciate that. I was like, Sergeant rank changed a lot to 3 stars.
That's rare. It's rare that any cop would actually walk over to poster 7 and see what it
Oh,
says.
okay. All right. So, these rules governing conduct on postal property, it's actually a subset of a Code of Federal Regulations, Title 39 of Code of Federal Regulations 232.1. This right here says photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrance, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited. And it says other photography requires permission.
Okay, so you have that permission, you said?
Absolutely, I do. That top one right there.
Okay.
If you go to the second page at the top, it says who are other authorized personnel. It says no one's other authorized personnel except for the Postmaster General. It's just the entire, if you want to read it, it's probably worth reading both pages because that's me talking with Rod Spurgeon from the USPS.
Okay.
He's the Western District Strategic Communications Manager.
Okay,
for,
so he's responding to you.
yeah.
All right. So, do you know why they asked you to leave?
She never asked me to leave, first of all. Got the entire thing on camera.
Okay.
Second of all, so she clearly called the police, right? That's why you guys are here. When you guys got here, she then told King County Sheriff's Department that she wants me trespassed, that I'm not allowed to record.
Okay.
Obviously not the case, right?
Right.
So I told her that I'm not leaving because I don't have to. She doesn't have the lawful authority to trespass me from this property because not only of this, but the clarification of it.
Okay. I don't disagree with you. I will talk to them and let them know that if they want you removed, they would need to contact the postmaster or the postal
inspector.
So that's
Holy
for you.
crap.
All right. So
Good
give
for
me,
a fist bump?
Yeah. Give me
All
a few
right.
minutes and I will. I'll talk to them.
All right.
Now the kids are going to get humiliated.
Okay, we're not going to be taking any action. So. Okay, we're not going to be taking any action. So. Okay, we're not going to be taking any action. So.
Okay.
Let me talk to you.
Where'd you go?
He's right there.
All right, guys. We good for a huddle here? I like to call these freedom huddles. And it's actually really important to understand that I'm a representative of freedom here. So Gandalf the Freedom Wizard is really what it is. And so we didn't even get to the steak dinner. Wise move, Gonzales and Lemus. Wise move there. And I'll also let the chief know that we need to make sure that it's either the postal inspector that shows up from now on, or you guys need to go beltless from now on. So if I can't bring my gun here, you guys can't either. Let's be fair. Let's be reasonable here.
All right, guys, we're done.
All right.
sir.
You guys take care. All right, guys. There we go. Have a good day.
That is definitely a walk of shame right there. That is definitely the walk of shame for every single one of those cops who thought that they had more authority than the guy who had more knowledge in the room. This comes from I.A.M. Free Inland Auditing Media. I'll leave the link in the description for you so you can let him know how you think he did. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, the links are in the description. Become a channel member today, and why don't you grab a hard-hitting conversation starting design you get from the store. You can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, hat, whatever you want. Remember, freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having it. Make sure that you champion the cause of freedom today. I'll see you in the next video.